What's up, my allies? My name is Zacharias, and this is Thank You Universe. And thank you so much for tuning in today. And today we're going to talk about this funny little thing that we humans like to do sometimes. We try to change other people. And honestly, trying to change someone, no matter how benevolent you feel in your motivation, it is not the nicest thing to do. And ultimately, it is a fruitless effort because people don't change unless they want to change. So let's do some self-reflection and examine our motivations here. Really ask yourself, what is it that you are trying to do? Why is it that you are trying to change somebody? Do you think that if you change them, then they'll be good enough for you? Because that's not a very loving thing to do. A lot of people try to change their partners and they think, oh, if this person changes in this certain way, then they'll be my ideal partner. But if you have to change someone for them to be the person that you want to be with, then that's not really loving them unconditionally. It's conditional. And this is something that a lot of people can do in relationships that they don't feel satisfied in. They want to change their partner and they think, okay, if this was changed and if they stopped doing that, then it'd be totally passable and I could do this relationship. But that's not what love is about. Unconditional love means loving someone with no conditions attached. That means you love them for who they are, as they are. So it's actually a controlling and codependent behavior trying to change somebody, because you're controlling how they act. You're trying to control someone else's life. You have your own experience. You have your own life to live. So let other people live their lives. Let them live and experience their journey for themselves. And a lot of times people get stuck in these relationships that they aren't satisfied with, so they try to change their partner. Maybe they just don't feel like their partner is living up to their expectations, and they really need to examine their expectations for others and how they treat people. Or maybe they're in a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship and they are trying to justify staying, or they're just trying to make it livable because they don't think they can get out, and so they're trying to change this person. And so that's where the codependency can kick in. We think that by changing our actions, we can change someone else, and that is really very controlling. And although it might come from a place of pain and a place of wounding and just trying to be okay, that's not a good option. So maybe someone doesn't treat you right in a relationship and you think, okay, maybe if I'm just good enough and I'm the perfect partner and I do everything that they want, then they will change and they will be kind to me. But you aren't able to change them by changing your behavior. If they were someone who would treat you right, they would already be doing that. You wouldn't have to try and train them to do it. It is an exercise in masochism. It's gonna hurt because people do not change. They might try and make you think they will change, but if you are with someone who is toxic or unhealthy to be with, they're just gonna string you along and they'll say they'll change and you'll hold on to this hope and cling to it, but they won't change. And it can be really hard because maybe you really love this person despite the relationship not being good for you or not being fulfilling. And a lot of people will stay in relationships that aren't fulfilling to them and aren't ideal for them because they feel like they've invested so much into this person and they've tried so hard to make them change. That is what is called, I believe, the diminishing returns fallacy. Like, you put so much effort, you put so much resources, time, energy, love into this person that you don't want to give it up, even though it's not working, despite the fact that you're not having any positive benefit from continuing this relationship or whatever endeavor it may be. So because you've invested so much of yourself and you try so hard to get them to change and you love them so hard, you're like, no, I can't quit. There's gotta be a way. I can change them. But the truth is, change does not come externally. True change comes from within. People might try to change for other people because, let's say that they actually want to change, but they want to change for someone else because they feel like they need to be better for someone else. that's going to wear out eventually because you're doing it for someone else rather than doing it for yourself. Change comes from within because it is something that you desire to do. So if you're pressured by someone else to change, or someone else is trying to get you to change and making you feel bad about yourself for the way you are, that's not going to work. True change comes from self-examination and desiring it and actually wanting to make that change. And I'm not saying that you can't be helpful to someone and you can't, provide them guidance as they are trying to change, because some people do want to change and they only need the direction, the information, the knowledge that will help them on their journey as they grow and learn and change. But that's something that comes from within, and you can be there to support someone if your partner is trying to change, or if a family member, a friend, someone is trying to change. You can definitely be there to support them, but you can't force someone to change. It has to be coming from them. And honestly, I think the best way to help anyone change is very undirected at anyone in particular. It's leading by example. So you live your life the way that you want to live it. Concern yourself with your own life and not the lives of other people. So live your best life for you, and people will see that, and people will be inspired by that if that is what they connect to and what they resonate with. And that can really help people to change. Like, a lot of people try to shame others or convince others with logic to change, but you really have to allow people to experience their own life journey and to figure things out for themselves. And if they ask for help, you can help them, but it is their life. Don't forget that. So don't try to be this controlling person that tries to make someone behave differently. And again, ask yourself, why are you trying to change this person? In relationships, when you are trying to change someone or trying to get someone to like you, you might have your own inner wounding that you need to look at. So you're trying to change someone to be your partner because you feel like then you will feel fulfilled because you'll have this perfect partner that can love you in just the right way, and then you'll be a valid person. But what you're not looking at is yourself and your own inner wounding, because you're still trying to change someone so you can feel fulfilled. You should be able to feel fulfilled living your own life for you, instead of trying to get other people to live the way that you think that they should. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone has their own life. We can all choose what we want to do with this beautiful life journey. Everyone gets the same thing. They get to experience this life in their particular version of themselves. And that's really beautiful, and we shouldn't try and change it. We should accept things as they are. So learn to accept things as they are. Learn to accept people as they are. Everyone is on their own beautiful life journey, and everyone is only doing the best that they can with this version of themselves that they have been born in this life. And it's not your job to change them. If someone is living life in a way that you don't think is right, you can, share your ideas with those who are willing to listen. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't try and change the world and make it a better place, but allow other people to live their lives the way that they desire. It's not up to you. Everyone is on their own journey, and you don't need to change everyone. And who's to say that the way that you think someone should be is actually what they want, or even how they should be, or would even improve their life in any way? So as you learn to be more accepting and go with the flow and just focus on your own experience, you'll be a lot less stressed out, because you're trying to change people. They're not going to change unless they want to. And trying to change other people can be a big source of stress. So let it be. Allow people to be who they are, and those people who you love and have in your life, you can watch them grow and change, and you can help them on their journey. But even if you do help them, don't try and take credit for it, because it is that person that made the change for themselves. And it's going to be okay, because it's not your job to change people. Enjoy your own beautiful life journey. Live the life that you think is ideal and best. And other people who are ready to change will see that, and it might not be immediately, but leading by example, is the best thing you can do, because you're focusing on your own life, you're doing your best for you, and that can inspire other people to do their best, and they can learn from you if they want to. So just accept everyone as they are, and don't get so caught up trying to change people and stressing out over it. And that is what I wanted to leave you all with today. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Please subscribe to our channel if you've not yet done that. Much love to all my allies out there, and I'll be seeing all of you on the next video. Bye.